Welcome back to Our Issues Milwaukee. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. If you're just tuning in, our focus this morning has been on gun violence and reckless driving in Milwaukee. There's no clear explanation for the rise of reckless driving in the city, but officials, community leaders, and residents think they know why. A few theories include youth culture, neglect, a lack of driver's education, and police policies. My next guest is here to discuss that and what he's doing to help make a difference. Tracy Dents, the founder and executive director of Peace Sport Change Alliance Incorporated. How are you, Tracy?
I'm very well, thank you.
Welcome back to the show. It's always good to have you here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it is sad, but I think that we've all seen the cars riding around town without license plates or weaving in and out of traffic, speeding. People have had their cars stolen from right in front of their work and their jobs. So it really is an ongoing problem. So talk about what you've been able to do up to this point in really helping bring a message home to young people that still in cars and driving recklessly is just not cool.
Well, the thing is, we have me and some of my teammates. I was working with the youth, and we're just trying to, push our message through the youth to talk to other youth to say, hey, this is not, like you said, this is not cool. You're putting people's lives at risk when you're stealing cars, when you're weaving in and out of traffic and things like that. And, what we have done, we turned everything into a campaign. We just finished a music video called Over the Limit. And basically the whole concept of it is that a bunch of kids saw a car at a gas station. It was still running. He was in it. So they jumped into the car and started running, and took off with the car. And then it was a police chase. They lose control, and they wind up hitting and killing a 7-year-old girl. And we just tried to show all the impacts, the ins and outs of the consequences of driving. So they get caught by the police, they get arrested. So it's like the whole, step by step of what's the consequences of what happened if you are still in the car and driving recklessly. And the sad thing about this happened in real life. And a 7-year-old girl did die because of reckless driving back in October of 2020 at the exact location where we recorded the video at.
Wow.
So
it's a lot. And the thing is, people get to where their light turns green and they're scared to go because you don't know if there's going to be a car coming from the opposite direction that decided to run a red light. And what you said is so pertinent, because I think that with video games and all of the different things that are out there, a lot of young people don't realize the consequences or the reality of what it is they're doing. So you've always done a great job with connecting with young people. And this campaign actually involved a contest where young people came up with a slogan for the campaign. So tell us a little bit about that and those students that won.
Yes, the two students that won, it came out of St. Charles Family and Youth Services. And the slogan that they came up with is "Slow down, don't be a clown." And it fits perfect, because when those young kids are out driving recklessly, they are acting like a clown. So that fits, the campaign just fits perfect, especially with the song, the title of the song called "Over the Limit." So it's over the limit, slow down. Don't be a clown, slow down. I'm sorry. So
I think it's powerful to have young people get involved so that, they become passionate about the messaging that's out there, and they walked away with the cash prize, right?
Yeah, they had won $250. and they split it between themselves and
Okay.
everything. And the thing is so crazy is that they are very passionate about it also. And the thing is, they're going to be the face of the campaign. So we're going to be working on PSA, billboards, and get posters made up, and we're going to do also a social media blast. And the goal is the end goal of this is to change the mindset of the youth, because we can have all the policies, everything in the world, have all yard signs and stuff, but if they don't pay attention to the rules of the road right now, they're not going. We have to change the mindset. That's basically the end game, is to change the mindset of these youth, to let them know that this is not cool and you shouldn't be doing this.
So seeing the kids on billboards and things of that nature, it really does reward them in a way that they know when they do positive things that, it pays off for them. So I think this is great. And I also think this is a good time to show everybody just a small snippet of that video of Over the Limit. So we'll take a quick look.
Is it really worth ruining your life?
Is it worth it?
No one's safe when you drive over the limit.
It ain't safe,
It don't
y'all.
belong to you, so why you even in it?
Why you in it?
Before you make the mistake, think twice.
You
Is
better
it
think
really
twice.
worth ruining your life? Now the cloud was in the sky on a really beautiful summer day. Parents taking pictures of kids while they all run and play.
You always do such a great job with the videos, and you always make cameo appearances too, Tracy.
Yeah, I got a new rap name. My stage name is Trey D.
Right. It's great work, though. And so once this video's done, where would people be able to see the full video?
If they go to Voices Against Violence Coalition on YouTube, it will be there, and then also it'll be floating around on Facebook also.
Yeah.
But so those are the two major platforms that it'll be on. So.
Yeah, and we encourage everyone to share it and make sure that message gets all around to everyone who needs to see it. Now, did you work with the Milwaukee Police Department in putting this together?
Yes. This is our first time we got a chance to really collaborate with the Milwaukee Police Department. It was amazing experience. They did the police chase. They also participated in arresting some of the youth. It was a enlightening experience on both sides, even with the youth.
I bet. I bet. And it's going to be really cool to see. So we encourage everybody to definitely do that. But the issue of stolen cars, that's a whole nother thing. So basically, a lot of times people are stealing cars and then they're out there driving recklessly. So motor vehicle thefts are up 152% so far this year. And the car thefts have resulted in innocent people, as you said earlier, being killed in violent crashes. So let's talk a little bit more about some of the things that are being done. I know that, not only do you work as an activist in the community, but you also communicate with politicians and other community leaders in helping implement change as well.
Yeah. One of the things I want to do is increase the penalty of reckless driving. A lot of the youth think that it's nothing. They get arrested. 2 hours later, they're released, and they get a slap on the hand. So, and for me personally, I think it's time for tough love. So therefore, if we increase the penalties when it comes to even for young adults and the youth, then maybe they'll wake up. I think that's what needs to happen. And I'm still trying to convince some of the politicians to see it this way, because people are tired. Like you said, people are scared. When they see a stolen car, the first thing to see is a car with no plate. That's the first thing that comes to mind is, oh, that car's stolen. We got to be careful. And like you said, once we're at a red light, it turns green. We have to wait a few seconds. because there are cars that is still drive right through the red light, speeding. So we have to be careful. And it's sad it's sad to say that we might even have to redo the driver's ed, because times have changed.
You're absolutely right. And just to mention a couple of things that are being implemented, the Milwaukee Police Department launched a traffic safety unit back in March, which is designed to crack down on reckless driving. The full-time team will patrol 7 days a week. And then we mentioned politicians. Alderman Khalif Rainey, he wants the Milwaukee Fire and Police Commission to consider a standard for towing unregistered vehicles. And that's a discussion that we'll keep our eye on as well. And there are also local residents that are petitioning Milwaukee for more speed humps. So these are just a few of the things that are taking place, and we have quickly run out of time. So I just want to take a moment to say thank you again. Each time you come on the show, I tell you how much you are appreciated in the community for the hard work that you do in making a difference. So thank you for being here. And again, thank you for all that you do.
Thank you for having me.
It's always a pleasure. Tracy Dent is the founder and executive director of Peace for Change Alliance Incorporated. That is going to do it for today's show. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. As always, thank you for watching, and I do hope you join us again next week as we take another look at our issues, Milwaukee. Have a good one.